Hey there, dudes and dudettes. Welcome back to Just a Dude podcast, where today we're going to talk about what's coming up in the world of podcasting. I'm your host, Nathan, and today we're going to dive into an event that's literally shaping the future of audio and video content creation, Podfest 2025. Let's get into it. First off, Podfest Expo is not just any conference. It's the longest-running in-person podcasting event in the world, celebrating its 11th year this year in 2025. It's all about uniting podcasters, video creators, authors, and anyone with a passion for sharing their voice through new media. This year, Podfest happened from January 16th to the 19th at the Renaissance Hotel, Orlando at SeaWorld. If you're into podcasting, this is like the Super Bowl of content creation. Imagine a place where everyone from newbies to industry veterans come together to elevate their craft. Podfest has grown from its humble beginnings in 2014 to now hosting over 2,000 attendees, providing a platform for learning, networking, and growth. It's not just a conference, it's a community that lives and breathes podcasting. The event is known for its family-like environment where you don't just attend, you become part of the pod fam. And I can tell you, I am extremely excited that I was able to become part of the pod fam this year. The event was just absolutely amazing. I'm going to show you a video here that I took just of some of the view of what happened at Podfest. So here in this video, you can see this is the Podfest Hall. I'm going to take you into a room where Unstuck Studios provided actual podcasting mini studios for folks to come in and podcast. It was absolutely amazing. They provided technology, microphones. There was some cameras there. You could bring your own items as well. And it was just absolutely great to see that some of these vendors came out and supported podcasters just like this. So, what sets Podfest apart is its dedication to education, innovation, and community. It's about pushing the boundaries of what podcasting can be, from exploring new tech to mastering storytelling techniques. Whether you're looking to launch your first podcast or scale your existing one, Podfest offers a wealth of knowledge and inspiration. This year, they pulled out all the stops with the expo hall packed with cutting-edge tools, services, and the latest in podcasting tech. It was a place where you could see, touch, and test the future of podcasting right under one roof. If you want to stay ahead of the game, Podfest is really where you need to be. This year, Podfest was all about innovation. They had keynote addresses from big names like John Lee Dumas and Kate Erickson from Entrepreneurs on Fire, and Roberto Blake, a YouTube sensation. We looked at a lineup of over 120 speakers covering everything from audience growth to the nitty-gritty of monetization. There were specialized workshops focusing on technology, video integration, and AI tools in podcasting, which is super exciting for anyone looking to up their game and reduce the time it takes to edit your podcasts and video. One of the highlights was the focus on AI and creator tools. With the podcasting landscape evolving rapidly, understanding how to leverage AI for content creation, editing, or audience engagement was crucial. Podfest 2025 brought in experts to demystify the AI applications, from automating transcription to enhancing listening interaction through personalized content. Monetization strategies were also getting a spotlight with sessions by industry experts like Mark Asquith from Captivate, who shared secrets that even the big shows kept under wraps. For podcasters looking to turn their passion into profit, these sessions were the golden ticket to scaling up your podcast operations. Additionally, the integration of video with podcasting was a hot topic. As platforms like YouTube and TikTok continue to influence content creation, learning how to blend audio and video for maximum impact was on the agenda. And let me tell you, this is something that's extremely popular right now, as most podcasts with a video podcast element do appear to have more downloads than those that don't. So getting into video is really going to be a key for you as you continue your podcast journey. This year's Podfest was all about equipping podcasters with the tools to create multifaceted content that resonates across all kinds of different mediums. Now let's talk about special events. Podfest wasn't just about sitting in sessions. It was about experiencing and networking. There was Awareness Con, which was a conference within a conference that was aimed at nonprofits and causes, which was a new addition this year. This event was dedicated to increasing awareness for various advocacies, offering a unique platform where podcasters can align their content with social good. For those looking for something different, there was the Podcast Hall of Fame induction ceremony, where we celebrated the legends of podcasting. This was not only a nod to the pioneers, but also a motivational event for creators to see where their passions could lead. It was a chance to learn from the best and understand the journey of successful podcasters. The tracks at Podfest were diverse and tailored to different experience levels and interests. For beginners, there was a track designed to help you launch your podcast with confidence. For the tech savvy, there were sessions on the latest podcasting gear and software. If growth was on your mind, the audience growth track offered insights into marketing and SEO for podcasts. Comedy, AI, and deep dive case studies were among the other tracks, ensuring that no matter what your niche is or interest, you would find something to spark creativity or sharpen your skills. Each track is curated to provide not just education, but inspiration. This really pushed us podcasters to think outside the box and embrace innovation. One of the coolest things about Podfest was the community vibe. It wasn't just about learning, it was about connecting with like-minded creators. They had dedicated networking time, an expo hall with the latest tech, and even after parties where you could mix and mingle with industry leaders and peers. If you're looking to grow your podcast, well, that was where you would make those connections that could lead to collaborations or even lifelong friendships. And let me tell you, my experience was I made friendships that will last a lifetime and will continue to grow. Networking at Podfest is designed to be more than just exchanging business cards. It was about building a support system. I found mentorship opportunities, peer groups forming, and sometimes the start of new podcasting networks. The environment encouraged open dialogue without the usual competitive edge, fostering a space where creators can share, learn, and grow together. So instead of being in competition with each other, we learned that we could grow together without that competition and only compete with ourselves. There was also a unique trivial warfare event where podcasters could engage in fun, competitive trivia, enhancing the sense of community. This playful interaction led to stronger bonds among attendees, making the networking feel more like catching up with old friends than a formal business event. For those who might feel overwhelmed by the scale of the event, Podfest ensures there are smaller, more intimate settings for networking. From coffee meetups to specialized breakout sessions, there's always a place to dive deeper in the conversations that matter to you and your podcast future. All right, so if you're planning to attend a Podfest, here are some tips to help you get started. First, customize your schedule. With so many tracks, you'll want to pick sessions that align with your podcast needs or where you want to learn more. There was a conferencing app called Whova or website that allowed you to plan your days and ensure that you were hitting the sessions that would be most beneficial to you. This app also gave you notifications about the upcoming events that you selected and put on your schedule. This offered a great way to ensure you were hitting all of the tracks that you really, really wanted to see. And I could tell you there were so many that I just cannot wait until next year to see what comes up and attend even more educational sessions. Second, bring plenty of business cards or digital contacts, because networking is key. Even in our digital age, having something tangible to hand out can make a lasting impression. But also, be ready to connect via social media or email. Many will prefer digital exchanges for follow-ups. One of the great things that I used in this was one of those Dot cards. Now, I'm not sponsored by Dot, but they provide a great digital asset to get your information to people just by simply tapping a digital card to a phone, and it would allow them to get your contact information, social links, and everything else. I truly recommend the Dot card for anybody who hasn't heard of it. Check it out. Don't forget to explore the expo hall. You might find tools or services that could be game changers for your show. Whether it's a new microphone, editing software, or a service that can help with your podcast distribution, the expo was where innovation was showcased. Engage with the vendors, ask questions, and maybe even negotiate some deals. I could tell you for myself, I picked up this new Shure microphone there, got a great deal, got to try it out beforehand, got to talk to the folks from Shure to make sure that this was going to be something that would work for me and would be scalable. And I got to tell you, their attention to detail, the deal that we worked out, and everything was great. Now, again, I'm not sponsored by Shure. I just think they make great products, and it was something that I wanted to bring into my lineup to kind of up my game. So that was one of the things I picked up, but there's other things there from the vendors with software for recording, editing. They had podcast hosts there that provided different options. There was just so many things there that were available in the expo hall that it was truly just enlightening to see all the options that are available to podcasters. Finally, remember, if you're going in on a Wednesday, there's an overflow hotel to consider for better rates and accommodations. Early booking is truly crucial as Podfest attracts a large crowd. I'm going to show you a video right now of some of the crowd, just a quick overhead shot. So as you can see here in this video, this was one of the keynote addresses, so people were excited for this. They had a wonderful speaker, and it was just a great overall experience. All the tracks were absolutely fantastic. The people there were fantastic, and it was amazing. One of the other things that you want to do is you also want to look out for any early bird specials or group discounts that might be available. You can check out those things and follow it for next year's event. Now, I want to hear from you, the listeners. Have any of you attended a Podfest before? Or are you planning to go to the next Podfest in 2026, which again will be in Orlando? What are you most excited about? Drop us a comment, send us an email, or hit us up on social media. We might even feature your thoughts in our next episode. If you've been to Podfest in the past, what was your standout moment? Did you meet someone who changed the trajectory of your podcast? Or maybe you learned a technique that you've been using ever since? Share your experiences. It could help others decide if this is an event for them. For those planning to attend next year, what are your goals? Are you looking to learn specific skills, meet potential collaborators, or just soak up the podcasting culture? Your goals can shape how you approach the event, so you want to make sure you have a strategy going in. Also, if you have any questions about what to expect or need advice on making the most out of Podfest, we can get that conversation going. Your insights or queries could be invaluable for the podcasting community at large and could help someone else. So please feel free to leave a comment. Podfest 2025 surely was one for the books. Whether you were there to learn, network, or just soak in the podcasting culture, it was truly an event that you did not want to miss. I, for one, am definitely marking my calendar for next year and extremely grateful to Buzzsprout, who sponsored my tickets for this event. I've already purchased my ticket for next year. Remember, if you're passionate about sharing your voice, Podfest is where you want to be to learn what's up and coming and to get those skills to take your podcast to the next level. The innovation, the community, the learning opportunities, they all came together to create an experience that's more than just a conference. It's a celebration of what podcasting is and what it can become. So if you're considering attending, I really highly recommend it and say you should go for it. You might just find the inspiration or a connection that takes your podcast to new heights. For those who can't make it, don't worry. We'll be covering as much as we can on Just a Dude podcast for next year. We'll share insights, interviews, maybe even some exclusive content from the event itself as we did this year. So whether you're there, here, we're all part of this podcasting journey together. Well, that's all for this episode of Just a Dude podcast. I do want to thank you for listening. Keep creating, keep sharing, and let's keep the conversation going. If you could, help us out by hitting that subscribe and follow us on our social media accounts. We really appreciate your interaction because you help us grow. Until next time, I'm Nathan, Just a Dude.